Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Thursday night, April 23rd, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start off out at St. Petersburg, Florida at Tropicana Field, where the Boston Red Sox squared off against the Tampa Bay Rays in the finale of a three-game series at St. Pete, and the Boston Red Sox got on the board first and the top of the second on a Stanley out in the second base by the center fielder Kevin Kiermaier, and Pablo Sandoval scores and was 1-0 Red Sox, but that was short-lived in the bottom of the second. That's when Nolan Forsythe singles on the line drive. The center fielder Mookie Betts and Evan Longoria scores, and Alan Daxter at the second, and was 1-1 to score. And then it was saved that way with some good pitching by both starting pitchers here. Clay Buchholz pitched awesome. 16th pitched with two. Gave up two and two hits and gave up one run and struck out 10. And Jake Odorizzi, 6.2 innings pitch, gave up 3 hits and 1 run and struck out 3, and would stay that way until at the bottom of the ninth. That's when Rene Rivera singles on a ground ball. The left fielder Alan Craig and Tim Beckham scores, and Kevin Kiermaier the second, as the Boston Red Sox fall to the Tampa Bay Rays at Tropicana Field 2-1, as now they fall to 9-7 in the season here, as Brad Buxberg got the win to go to 2-1 the season, and Anthony Valverde was settled the losses. Next up for the Red Sox, they'll be up in Baltimore for a 3-game weekend series against the Baltimore Orioles, as Rick Porcello in the man for the Red Sox. Wow. Miguel Gonzalez in the man for the Baltimore Orioles here. Okay, let's take a look at other scores around the NBA here. In the top 8, Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals tied at 2-2 apiece. Pittsburgh Pirates over the Chicago Cubs 5-4. Miami Marlins thumped the Philadelphia Phillies 9-1. New York Yankees edge out the Detroit Tigers 2-1 here. New York Mets over the Atlanta Braves 6-3. Milwaukee Brewers over the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. Colorado Rockies edge out the San Diego Padres 2-1. San Francisco Giants over the Los Angeles Dodgers 3-2 in final and 10 innings there. St. Louis Cardinals over the Washington Nationals 4-1. Los Angeles Angels shut out the Oakland Athletics 2-0 here. Toronto Blue Jays over the Baltimore Orioles 7-6. Okay, at TD Garden in Boston, the Boston Celtics squared off against the Cleveland Cavaliers in game number 3 of the Eastern Conference first round, as the Celtics trail the Cavs 2-0 entering into the tonight's game. And once again, the Celtics put up a good first quarter, but it was the Cavs who had the better hand in the first quarter, as they went in the first quarter break, leading it 31-25. And then the Celtics continued to show their grit on the court, but the Cavaliers ended the second quarter with a big run and went into the halftime break, leading it 56-48. And then the Celtics went on a run again, but then the Cavs came up with a run of their own, as they had an even third quarter, as both teams got 20 points apiece, as the Cavaliers went in the third quarter break, maintaining that 8-point lead here at 84-76, and the Celtics came up with a gritty effort in the fourth quarter, but they ran out of grit, as the Celtics are in a 0-3 hole in the series, as the Celtics lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-95, as LeBron James had 31 points and 11 rebounds in the win for the Cleveland Cavaliers, as while Evan Turner had an all-around game in the loss, 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, as the Celtics are now in a do-or-die situation on Sunday afternoon at the Garden, as the Celtics take on the Cavaliers in a Sunday afternoon showdown at the TD Garden, as the Celtics are down 0-3 to the Cavs. Okay, other scores around the NBA. Chicago Bulls lead the Milwaukee Bucks 94-86, as Derrick Rose got 27 points and 7 assists so far by the Bulls. And with 10-13 left in the second quarter, New Orleans Pelicans lead the Golden State Warriors 35-25. Anthony Davis has 11 points and 5 rebounds. And Stephon Curry's got 10 points and 3 assists so far for the Golden State Warriors here in game number 3 of the Western Conference first round. Okay, let's take a look at NHL Stanley Cup action here. In the Stanley Cup playoff action here in game number 5 of the Western Conference first round. Chicago Blackhawks and the Nashville Predators tied up 1-1 apiece here with 17:06 left in the first period. Calgary Flames lead the Vancouver Canucks 1-0 as a cat. Great Flames out 3 games 1 lead to this best of 7 series here and a final in overtime. Tampa Bay defeats the Detroit Red Wings 3-2 as the series is tied 2 games apiece. And in the Verizon Center, the Washington Capitals defeat the New York Islanders 5-1 as the Caps have a 3-2 lead in the best of 7 series here. Okay, take a look at some sports news here on this Thursday night. Bernie Williams will throw the ceremonial first pitch at Yankee Stadium on Friday. At some point, chances are the scoreboard show. Williams chasing that deep drive by Mike Piazza in October 2000, catching it, and then dropping to the 1 knee at the Shea Stadium. In Washington, love him, I love him. Bill Belichick will go down as one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, which we were reminded on Thursday he's made another trip to the White House. In Avondale, Louisiana, Boo Weekly solved his uncharacteristic ball striking problem with new shafts. A day after changing his shafts and his irons, Weekly shot an 864 on Thursday in the Zurich Classic at New Orleans for a share of the first round lead. In East Rutherford, New Jersey, Victoria Cruz slept on the stage in an auditorium inside the Giants headquarters on Thursday afternoon. One explosive move, a 3-inch vault that ignored a staircase that would have made for a much easier ascent. Englewood, Colorado. The Denver Broncos have spent nearly 2 weeks working with their number 1 wide receiver, Demaryius Thomas, and John Elway clearly isn't happy about it. The 2014-2015 rookie class has been one great one, and the season-long race of the Calder Trophy has been one of the most intriguing ones to watch. In Vancouver, he spent the past week in Switzerland at the World Under-18 Championships, but general manager Jim Benning did not miss a minute of his team's first 4 playoff games against the Calgary Flames. Arizona freshman wing Stanley Johnson announced Thursday evening in the press conference that he will leave school and enter the name in the 2015 NBA draft. And a former Pittsburgh Penguin and Boston Bruin, Hal Gill, will be announcing his retirement. And that's going to be it for Sports Roundup here on this Thursday, April 23rd, 2015. People, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night. See you tomorrow night.